Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome back to Come On, Get Happy Hour. I'm Stevie D rocking it from the double wide with my homie up in Canada, Miss Judy Sketch Lewinson. What's up, Sketch?
Hello, 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 good people. How are we doing this week?
Let's a little old school. That was a little Prince Rogers Nelson, who would have been, I think, 63 yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct. That is correct.
Just mixed into a little old school Madonna, the Lucky Star.
You must.
I'm all about the old school, Sketch.
You know what? It's where like people still wrote lyrics because they wanted them to be remembered. They enunciated when they sang.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Everybody sound tired now when they sing. They're tired.
With sound effects.
Good sound, yeah. Auto tune.
Yeah. I'm really, really tired. Blue, blue.
Didn't mean to wake you for the studio here.
Right.
Not like back in the day when they would wake Jim Morrison. It sounded like a whiskey voice, and they'd go, "Don't open your voice," you know. And he would have to. He would have that whiskey voice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I woke up this morning and I got myself a beer. He wasn't playing. That was not auto tune.
No.
He really woke up in the morning, got himself a beer.
I was gonna say he wasn't even singing the song yet. He was just going through his day.
Yeah, just thinking
like, that's a great song. He's like, "Oh, I thought you just asked how I was doing." So.
Oh, is the mic on? Is the mic on?
Yeah.
He
goes outside. He comes back in. What's going on? People are strange when you're a stranger.
You just cut a song. I did.
Yeah, I
Far
love
out,
the
man.
Doors.
Far out.
Jim Morrison and the Doors.
How was it? So you saw the category this week, right?
I did. Favorites, roller skating or skateboarding jam. So
yeah, I gave you the skateboarding option because I wasn't sure you were roller skated. I'm a little older than you. Unless you're from another country I never heard of called Canada. And I'm not sure they do the curling thing up there. I'm not sure they roller skate.
Yeah, when it comes to curling, we're just playing Jan Arden and Celine. But no, I was a little too young for roller skating. I was a rollerblading kid and then skateboarding all day long. So my answers are reflective of rollerblading and skateboarding.
Yes, and I thought that would be the case. So I said, everyone else, I said roller skating. I gave you an option or skateboarding. You know,
for the international alien, whatever you did over there.
Yeah, whatever you
what
did.
Was your jam?
Equivalent. Did you do anything with wheels on it under your feet?
There you go. Pretty much. Yeah.
But I was all about, as a kid, poor white trash. We didn't have any money. My mom would drop me off at the roller rink. Actually, she didn't drop me off. We didn't have a damn car. My Uncle Ricky, he'd be about 2 doobies in, 2 joints in, and a half of a 6-pack of Budweiser. He would drop me off, and I'd be doing some roll bounce like this right here.
Nice. Roll bounce. I know that.
I don't want to give that away yet because we did the top 10. And the top 10 this week was roller skating jams. Nice. And the last few weeks, our top 10 has been killing it. I mean, we've been getting way more. And then I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm like, so this week I'm going to do some honorable mentions.
Okay.
All right. So 2 things remind me of the roller skating rink where I grew up.
Okay.
Number one, and a lot of people said this song, it wasn't a jam, but even my mama said, a hokey pokey. Because they get it. And to this day, my kids have had birthday parties at the roller skating rink, and they still do the hokey pokey. You put your
hokey pokey in, and okay, yeah, I've seen that one.
Do the hokey pokey up in Canada?
Only at weddings. I've seen it. I was just thinking, instead of going roller skating, we went ice skating. So yeah, we had jams and stuff there too. But yeah,
all right, yeah, same. That's same. That, and I'm not proud to admit this, but there's a song that always comes to mind when I think of roller skating, and it was by a band called TCC. And just so I wasn't mistaken, I had to look it up on YouTube yesterday. And it says, "I'm not in love, don't forget." You know that jam?
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, it's just yes. I'm going through. But I remember just skating. The lights would go dark, and I was like 10 years old, going, "Oh yeah." And it's like, "Big boys don't cry. Big boys don't cry. Big boys don't cry." Then I would fall and I'd start crying.
Oh, that's okay.
Yes, little boys cry though when
little
I fall
boys
down.
cry. Little boys cry.
Anyway, I'm not proud of that, but yeah, every time I think of roller skating, I think
you sing them. Well, if you want to hear a good cover of that song, Denny Hines from Australia. Her mother is the famous singer Marsha Hines. Denny Hines did a wonderful cover of that late 90s, early 2000s. So find that on the YouTubes.
on the YouTubes.
Yeah, the YouTubes.
It's funny because someone else recommended another. That's by band 10cc. Someone else recommended, and I'm like, not strong enough for the top 10, but I'll put it in the honorable mentions.
Okay.
So this week, I know we got a guest on deck, and he's very busy. He just finished an interview with ESPN. He's on a big hit show, so I don't want to take too much time with the top 10 tonight. So let's bang it out.
Yeah, let's get into it. Top 10 songs from roller skating rinks,
all right.
skateboard days, or whatever. Yeah.
Honorable mentions first. Okay?
First up. Okay, here we go.
All right, so this was the jam. Dun 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 dun. Faith Evans, Love Like This.
Oh my goodness.
So they're not all like disco and old school R&B. Like they're still roller skating rinks jamming.
I never knew there'd be a love like this before. Those aren't the right words, but you know.
And another
Fat Man Scoop. Song. Fat Man Scoop. Give me that.
Yeah, that's a jam. I put it on my Instagram story just now. Yeah. Another 10cc song that wasn't strong enough for the top 10, but still honorable mention was Come and Get Your Love.
Okay.
All right, Come and Get Your Love. Another one, Don't Leave by Blackstreet. Teddy Riley. That got last week's show. Damian Hall.
Yes,
there we go.
Yes.
See how we just always
that's a good callback there too.
Put it back in the call, put back in the mix. And someone recommended Ladies Night Cool in the Gang. And I'm like, you know what? Any Cool in the Gang song.
Pretty much.
Jungle Boogie, Hollywood Swinging, even up to Fresh and Misled. Any Cool in the Gang song, I'll lace up for that.
Yeah.
And I was in the gym today and I heard one. I'm like, that's a damn roller skating song.
Nice.
You know what it was? I got this feeling deep in my dome. It goes electric when you turn on. Justin. I can't fight the feeling. Can't fight the feeling.
I'm just like, this sounds familiar, like a Justin thing. Justin finds his way on our lists a lot.
Always, man. Always.
You are a big fan.
I know where he lives. I'm gonna knock on his door one day and just say, Justin, quick interview, real quick. Yeah. All right, this week's top 10 old school roller skating jams. Let's knock it out real quick.
Let's go.
Oh, what a night. December 1963, right there.
Love it.
Yes. Number 9. Someone said Do a Little Dance by KC, but I'm pretty much saying any KC and the Sunshine Band song make you want to skate. All right, number 8. Another one I heard in the car today. I'm like, I would lace up to this song right here. Let's Get Down, Tony.
Oh, let's get down. Yes, that's a good one.
That's a jam.
Tony, DJ Quick.
Yeah, that was a good.
What you hear is not a test. Yeah.
Yep. Number 7, I got number 7. I got Boogie Wonderland, Earth, Wind and Fire.
Oh, Boogie Wonderland.
Nice. All right. Our guest said he got the thing, so we'll bring him up in just a minute.
Yep.
Number 6, one of my favorite car show swap meet bands, Mo Bounce.
Okay.
Mo Bounce, tuning out. And just to show you, they're not all just funk and disco. And number 5, this one's hardcore. This one, the bad boys would get on the rink and start elbowing people and taking them out. Detroit Rock City by Kiss. Get up, everybody gonna move their feet.
Nice.
The quarterback of my high school suggested that one. So
okay.
You know, he took some people's ass out on the roller skating rink. Scott Barris, I'm talking to you. Number 4. So in honor of this week's top 10 list, our first guest inspired it. And this is from a big, very famous joke he did. Look on YouTube. And it's by Freestyle. It's called Don't Stop the Rock.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So look up our first guest. I'll say who it is in a second, and look up his roller skating joke. Number 3 is from Miss Katie Dupin, Into the Groove, Madonna.
Oh, get into the groove. The way you got to prove your love to me. All right. Yeah, I can see that.
I think Jelly Bean produced that one.
Yeah, cool.
Number 2, because you thought I left you out of the mix again.
Go ahead.
It's amazing how our favorites always
just
end up
top,
at the top.
like just impeccable decision-making choices and likes.
Number 2 this week is Mr. Bob Marley.
Yeah.
It's Love. See, that's like a Venice Beach.
It
didn't love. Or pretty much any.
That I'm feeling. Yes.
You also said free falling, but I think we've used that before.
Yeah, well, free falling is more of a skateboarding song. But
okay.
if I was at the rink, like even at the ice skating rink, Bob was always on the stereo.
Free falling.
Yeah, no, because Bob Marley was always on the stereo at the ice rink.
Yeah, because of the video. We've had Brad Fanshaw on before, and we talked about the making of that video with Tom Petty. But Is This Love? I had to put some Bob Marley on there.
Of course, of course.
Number one, the only song I could think of, and this is like the epitome of a skate jam. It even talks about it. Only song I could think of that talks about roller skating in the title of the song. Bounce, dun, 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 rock, skate.
Yeah.
I think it's, I don't know if I got the order right. Bounce, rock, roll, skate.
It's an American song. I remember like roll, bounce.
Roll, bounce. That's right. Yeah. Roll, bounce. Speaking of roll, bounce, check out the Roll Bounce movie. And where they shot it was a place called Skateland, a very iconic skating rink here in Northridge, California. It's been there since like 1948. It just closed down.
Oh no. That sucks. All the good places are going.
Just when I was about to single-handedly bring back roller skating. And you were going to help me with that sketch.
I was going to introduce inline skating, also known as rollerblading. And we were going to get fake ice to put over once a week just for hockey.
All right, that's this week's top 10.
I love
a little funky little thing with Cher here, kicking it old school this week. This picture right here, sketch, I think it was in People magazine when I was like 10 or 11 years old. And it pretty much showed her boobs. And I was like, yeah, I can get down with some roller skating. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but how did that get in People magazine?
It's different times.
Get on down to bad self, Cher.
Yeah.
All right, are we ready?
I believe we are ready. I'm excited about this week's show.
Listen, we got two heavy hitters today, man. We are not playing. We are not playing today.
So who we got?
All right, is he on deck?
He is.
All right, y'all, we're lucky to get this guest. He's on a big hit show now. That's right. Don't burn bridges, people, because you're going to need them sometimes. My man's been on the show before. Super effing busy, especially now that things are opening back up. But I'm glad he came back around for us. He's been on many TV shows, including Weeds, and he's a veteran of comedy for over 20 years, including a little comedy movie DVD called Rock Stars of Comedy.
Oh, look at the poster matches your hat.
And, oh yeah, I forgot I'm representing.
Awesome.
Retro hat. I need to get some new gear here. And
dope hat though.
He's got a new show. You've seen him. Brought back an old school show called Cobra Kai. His name is Bret Ernst. Also on the show tonight, we have this lady right here. She's pretty much a supermodel of the hot rod world. Her name is Heather Storm. Are we ready to kick it?
Let's do it.
Let's do this. Hey everybody, this dude's been my homie since back in the day. We're causing trouble in the Sunset Strip, hitting all the clubs, the comedy clubs and the other clubs, after the clubs, up in the clubs. He was rocking the Dracor back in the day.
Yeah, middle school. I wasn't rocking Dracor when I met you. It's Dracor, not Dracor.
The vampire.
Could you be any more white? Where are you from? Mississippi, Tennessee? Where the hell are you from?
The vampire of comedy. He's on a new hit show called Cobra Kai that my kids love, and he's a funny ass motherfucker. Give it up for my man, Mr. Bret Ernst.
No, seriously, Stevie, where are you from again? Like Hazard County or some shit?
Owensboro, Kentucky.
That's what it is. Kentucky.
Dude, you need a little Rock Stars of Comedy poster in that behind you.
Yeah, I do actually. You want to send it to me? Am I in it? Oh, there I am. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I have one copy, Brett. I'm actually in my son's playroom right now. It looks like a double wide trailer. I have one copy, the one sheet on the wall. My daughter had a friend over. She came in the room, busted out. I hear a big crash, and the fucking poster comes down. The glass breaks. I'm like, no. So that's my only copy.
That was a good time, man.
Yeah, that was fun, buddy. We used to raise some hell in the Strip back in the day.
Yeah. I like that your kid's playroom has kegs in it.
Yeah. Well, they're my kids. What do you expect from Kentucky? We got a Kentucky poster, got the king right there and everything, man. So, buddy, you back out doing some comedy, huh?
Well, I haven't left, bro. I kept hitting the road, man. I didn't stop, bro. Because right when the shit broke out, I was in Florida, so I just stayed. You know, they didn't care about COVID down there. Masks. They're not even wearing rubbers down there, let alone.
Freestyle.
So, you know, man, they kept it going, and so I kept getting up and getting up and getting up, and then it took me about a year and a half to finally catch it. I caught COVID. You had it too, didn't you?
No, I didn't know you got that.
Yeah, but now, you know, I moved to Vegas, and then I don't know where I got it, to be honest with you, because I just kept going. You know what I mean? Because I kept traveling too. I was in Texas, and then I was in Minneapolis. I was in LA a couple of times. You know, so
you were just spreading that shit all over the place.
Well, once I got it, I barely had it, man. It was like 2 days. I thought I had food poisoning. Yeah. And then I lost my sense of smell. And then I'm like, shit. Because I'd bought this diffuser for my place, right? And I couldn't smell it. So I'm like, did it break? It was an expensive diffuser, you know? Yeah. So then I went over, and then I saw the light was on. And then I took the oils out and I smelled them, and I couldn't smell it. Then I was like, motherfucker, I got it.
Like nothing there?
No, you can't smell it. And then I started sniffing everything around the house, coffee grinds, peanut butter. Then I realized I couldn't taste what I just ate. Yeah. And that's how I knew I had it, man. I had to cancel my show in Jersey.
So how long were you down?
I was physically down maybe 2 days, but I didn't have a fever.
Yeah.
Like I said, I thought I had food poisoning. I felt really, really sore. Yeah. And then I was fine. And then, like, let's say the first 2 days, and then on day 8. So the first 2 days I was tired. And then the next 6 days I was fine. And then on the 6th day, which would have been the 8th day, is when I couldn't smell anything. Yeah. And then that's when I knew I had it. So I just wrote it out for the next like 5 days. Yeah. Then got the antibodies, but they wouldn't let me vaccinate because I have the antibodies. It can hurt you or something. I don't know.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. I think I may have had it like maybe March in the beginning of some shit. I felt bad. And then I was working out with some people, and then they had it. I found out a few months later. I'm like, wait, we were in the gym together at that time, but I never got tested and just moved on.
Dude, that's the hardest part about the whole thing, is calling your friends like you gave them an STD.
Yeah.
You got to break the news.
We had fun that night, right?
I think you should go see a doctor.
Yeah. I hate to make this call, but I'm ashamed of myself. So did you just do an ESPN interview?
Yeah, sports interview for my shows this week in Texas.
Oh, nice, man. You pumping that up?
Yeah, I'm in Austin Wednesday, Thursday night, and then I go to Corpus Christi, and then I'm in San Antonio on Sunday. Bro.
You killing
it. I'm touring with the kid Dan, a dude, the other guy, the other one on Cobra Kai. Yeah.
So we're on Spotify and a bunch of other platforms right now, but I just held up a picture of Dan Doot. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Dan Doot.
I saw you post a video on Instagram after one of your gigs. You guys went up in the club. You were schooling Dan a little bit.
Where was that one at?
I think Florida or something. No, maybe Atlanta. I forgot. But you took him out. He looked a little out of his element.
We had to take that down. Yeah.
You did? Why?
Yeah. Just because, man. We there was one of the clubs that they didn't want. There was something that we didn't get them to sign off on or something stupid.
You weren't doing this. Like, even now, people that are doing gigs, if you post a picture, you're supposed to mask up for the picture.
That's what they say.
Yeah. Anyway, bro, I don't think you heard the top 10 tonight, and it was in your honor. It was top 10 roller skating jams.
Oh, well, the one that I use in my bit was not actually my number one song. That's not the one I used to love to skate to.
You mean Tony's jam?
Yeah. I mean, Don't Stop the Rock is great, but let me hear. Let me hear what you had.
Well, all right. You want to hear the top 10?
Yeah, let me hear your top 10.
I'm just saying there's so many damn good ones. With number 10 was really old. It was December 1963, Oh What a Night. But that's like old shit. That's not like old school. But then number 9, I'm gonna keep going.
By the way, wait, really quick though. We got to see how old the people were. Are they your age or are they closer to my age?
Well, you're older than me, so they're probably your age.
Yeah, whatever.
You're the one wearing Dracor.
You were the one doing hot wet t-shirt contests in Pensacola.
You're the one throwing the security in the pool. You and your homies down there. You're banned from Panama City Beach. There are wanted posters of you in Panama City Beach.
I believe it.
The fucking Cobra Kai kid. All right, let's go. Number 9 was Anything Casey and the Sunshine Band. Some old shit. Yeah. Number 8 is Let's Get Down, Tony, DJ Quick. Let's get down. That's solid. That's solid. Number 7, Boogie Wonderland. Number 6, Mo Bounce to the Ounce. Number 5, buddy of mine from high school. He was a quarterback. You know, he was fucking some people up on the rink right here with Detroit Rock City. So he put on some rock and roll and they went out and just elbowed people. Number 4 was inspired by Mr. Bret Ernst, Don't Stop the Rock Freestyle. Okay. Number 3, from my wife, Get Into the Groove, Madonna. Number 2, anything Bob Marley was from Judy, from Sketch Lewinson there. And number 1 was Bounce, Rock, Skate, Roll.
Yeah, I know. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Rock, skate.
That one, you got to lace up. You hear that song.
Disco dancing. Dun, dun, dun. All right, that's not mine, dog.
All right, what's yours?
That's nowhere near.
What's your number 1?
I'll give you 5.
All right.
In no particular order. I'm going to tell you my number 1, but not, I don't think is number 1.
All right.
So if I'm going to put one rock song in there, which was Jump by Van Halen. And the only reason why I say that is because there was this guy that they would say, everybody jump, jump. And then they would jump in the air with the skates. And the guy that's Tony's loosely based off of used to put his skates on the wall. Like he was skating the wall.
All right.
But yeah, like he would put the skates on the wall and skate the wall.
You could do like a rail?
No, like the wall. The fucking wall. It's a wall.
He would put one foot, like doing the splits?
No, he would jump up. He'd go, might as well jump. And then both feet.
Damn.
Touch the wall with the skates. Don't ask me how he did it.
Respect.
And then the other song that was, I put Don't Stop the Rock, obviously by Freestyle.
All right. Solid.
I would have to say the greatest skating song that I've ever seen. And again, it's all territorial or regional, wherever you're from. But I was skating in North Jersey. And there's 2 songs, okay? There's Planet Rock by Africa Bambaataa.
All right.
And Lookout Weekend was a great one.
Debbie Deb in this motherfucker.
Yeah. But don't forget, man, Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick, the show. Is it real? Oh my God. Right, dude. The place went nuts. It still goes nuts, man. I remember one time being at I think it was lot 91 or lot 61. I can't remember the name of the place in the city.
Right.
And that song came on. Dun, 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 you know, the show.
Yeah.
And the whole place went ape shit. But
Nice.
my number 1 skating song, when I was a kid, as soon as I heard it, I had to run out there, was White Lines. I used to love White Lines.
Dun, 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 baby.
Dun, 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 dun.
Nice.
White. Dun, 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 dun. White.
Yeah, even Judy's chiming in on that.
What'd she say, right?
He was saying, dun, 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 baby.
Judy, what do you like? I mean, do you not agree on?
He's from Canada. They don't even roller skate in Canada.
Planet Rock.
Stevie, this is a grown-ups conversation. Take a moment.
Planet Rock. Come on.
Yeah, when you said Planet Rock, I was like, of course, African Bambaataa, of course. Any Run DMC.
Hell yeah.
Like, Mary, why you bugging? Like,
that's my favorite.
That's gonna get people.
I would do Jam Master Jay, man. When
Jam Master Jay. I do Mary.
Anything with the break beats. But like I said, man, I grew up in like Passaic Patterson area in North Jersey, which is right over the bridge. So it was right when hip hop was just.
It was really breaking out. That White Lines for sure, though. Especially if you got like the extend the mix. It's like 20 minutes.
Hey, I got one for you too. Again, man,
right,
this list is gonna go on and on. Do you remember AJ Scratch by Curtis Blow?
How's that go?
AJ, you know that one? Or how about Boogie Down Bronx?
Boogie Down Bronx,
yeah,
I know.
Of course, yeah.
Remember that?
I know These Are the Breaks, Curtis Blow.
No, it was called AJ Scratch. If you could pull it up, play it.
All right.
And the other one, man, was Yo Little Brother. Remember that song?
Oh yeah, who did that?
Yo Little Brother, what you out
yeah.
trying to discover? Yo, little brother, let's go. Dun, 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 dun,
Brad's gonna hit Amazon after this and order some steaks.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say it's like he just broke Shazam. Just
you know
broke
that
Shazam.
one?
Yeah, dope. That's dope.
You remember All in All by Joyce Sims?
I don't remember that one.
You got to pull these up.
I didn't play that in Panama City Beach at Spinnaker.
I gotta pull the beginning of this up, man.
I thought of another one. Give me the night, Shannon.
Oh, come.
Give me the night.
That's it. That's that one. Oh, come on.
That's the jam.
That was the best.
Woo! Ready, Brett? You ready for this? I won the talent show, my high school senior year, breakdancing to Give Me the Night, Shannon.
Dude, that was it, man.
Give me the night.
All right, here we go. I gotta play the beginning of this. See if you can hear it. No, that's not it. Come on. All right, hold on. Can you hear it? When it kicks in, dog?
When it kicks in.
It kicks in, dog.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, when the DJ fixed it right, dog, the whole place went nuts.
Woo!
Dude, I could smell the cologne.
You can smell it, your car?
Dude, I gotta play Little Brother for you. When the beginning,
I remember Yo Little Brother. I remember all those battle raps going back and forth. Shantae.
Nolan Thomas, man. All right, here we go. Ready?
All right, hit it.
Dude, this is so New York, dog. And this guy might have been from England. It just reminds me of the music.
Do you remember like Spring Love? Were y'all bumping Spring Love up there? Spring
Yeah, that's
Love.
a little later though. That's like 88. I'm going back to 82, 83, like 85, maybe 86.
Dude, you're like
85
12.
latest, like when I was in my heyday as a kid at the rink.
Like, fucking people up at the roller skating rink. You and Tony.
Well, I had the rentals, so you know what I used to go there for.
I didn't have any game. I didn't have money for concessions, and I had rentals.
Did you guys have an overnight skate where they would like everybody would?
Yes. Your parents would drop you off and say, "I'll see you in the morning."
That's nuts,
dude. That's like 12 hours, and you would sleep on a bench. That's creepy.
Yeah, but if you think about that, man, it's like because they used to like do that. We also used to do this thing. I talk about it where I grew up, where they would do a thing called night gym, right? So they would bring all the kids to keep them off the streets to be in the gym. Yeah. But they pretty much just locked you in the gym with the worst kids around. Yeah. It was the same thing at night skate, man. There was like 16.
They locked you in.
25-year-old dudes making out with middle school chicks. Yeah. Like, what the fuck is going on?
You're getting to first base. Your parents are like, okay, this is going to be good for you.
No, you missed what I just said. There's 25-year-old dudes kicking it with like fucking 15-year-olds.
Fucking perverts.
You're like, why is there a grown man making out with a middle schooler?
That's weird.
At least he looked like a grown man with a mustache.
All the refs. Remember they had to be like 2 refs on the rink?
Yeah, with
the like 25.
With the Foot Locker jersey on.
Yeah. Doing the hokey pokey.
And the DJ was such a douche though. Like the guys that worked there thought they were like celebrities.
They were the shit.
Yeah, when you look back, you're like, what a bunch of fucking tools.
Where are they now? Where's Tony now?
You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. He
never reached out to you and goes, "Oh, yo, Brett, that's you're doing a joke about me, man."
Well, he don't know who he is.
He doesn't know Tony.
He doesn't know he's around. I mean, it's been 24 years and I haven't heard from the guy. So,
because my uncle Ricky, I would talk about him like being a pot dealer and teaching me to drive when I was 11. He's like, "Stevie, I'm too fucked up, man. You better drive." I'm like, "Bro, I'm 11." And he's over rolling a joint. He's got a Budweiser in one hand, and he'd say, "Blaze on, man, fucking blaze on." I go, Uncle Ricky, people, when they see me out in California, they go, blaze on. He'd say, hell yeah, they know that's cool. Like that was his claim to fame. Fucking blaze on. All right, buddy, what's going on with Cobra Kai? You guys coming back?
Yeah, we just wrapped season 4.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's my kid's favorite show, man. I'm proud of you, buddy. That's awesome.
Thanks, man.
Any spoiler alert? You get killed off? What happened? Johnny fucking kick your head off?
No, I can't really I can't say anything, but let's just say I kill everybody at the end of this. Everybody dies at the end of this. No, there's no real spoilers, man.
All right.
The only one is who they're using to promote right now.
All right. What's that?
You saw the trailer for 4, right?
I haven't.
Oh.
I'll check it out.
Terry Silver.
Oh, I know, like the kid that we thought he was dead that went off the balcony or something, but he wakes up.
Dude, that's like fucking two years ago.
I'm behind the season.
Yeah, go to season 3. There's season 3 that you have to watch already, and then now season 4 just started, and they're running the trailer with who's coming in season 4.
All right, strong. All right,
so you got to look for it.
All right, so the kid woke up from the balcony thing.
Yeah, he woke up in season 3.
All right.
Season 3 is done. We're on season 4.
All right. My bad. All right. I got to catch up. All right.
It's all right. Don't worry.
All right, buddy. Where can we find you? What's going on?
What do you mean? Just go to bretcomedy.com, BRET comedy.com.
All right. Right on. And you and Dan are out doing the Cobra Kai tour?
I'm still on tour by myself, but this is something separate. So we picked up a couple of dates. We'll be in like the Philly and Pittsburgh area. If you go to Bret Comedy, right? BRET comedy.com, go look at the tour schedule. I put the Cobra Kai dates up already.
Right on.
So we got a few more of those. And then I'm sure I'll be picking up some more dates now that everything's starting to open up, And I still got my residency here in Vegas, which is good.
Where's that?
At the Strat every Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right. You up there with the man Butch? Yeah,
Butchie's up there, every week. Every night.
Love Butchie, man.
I know, man. I'll tell him you said what's up, dude. When's the last time
he was on maybe a month ago, man. It's good to see him,
Wow. The two of you on camera? There must have been no pigment at all.
Ooh, dude.
You needed SPF.
We didn't leave any crumbs for anybody. Not even a crumb for anybody.
Man, no pigment between you two. Who's more pale? You or him? It's got to be him.
It's got to be him. He's almost transparent.
I know. Butchie looks like the bully from Christmas Story.
Oh, he does.
Scott Farkas.
Is that his name? Dude, we were watching a Christmas movie, and I see this dude, and he's like a grown-ass man. He's like 45. I'm like, that's that little fucking punk from the Christmas Story. And we looked it up, and it was him.
Which one, the kid or Scott Farkas?
The redhead kid, the bully.
Yeah, Scott Farkas. He was in one?
Yeah. He was in a Christmas movie as a grown man, like a solid movie, like with Cameron Diaz or something. And then the one kid went into porn, right?
I got to look him up.
And then the kid that licked the pole went into porn, right?
Yeah, but he was in like, he did a couple of movies. He was in Kid Co. and like a couple of movies as a kid. Like wasn't he in The Toy? He was in The Toy with Richard Pryor.
I can't find The Toy anywhere. I keep trying to show that to my kids. I can't find The Toy.
You think it got canceled because of the premise?
Probably so. Yeah, I think so. Which, you know what? That was going to be my last question for you. Have you had a joke that's been canceled like you can't do anymore? Like you're afraid to do?
What would it be?
Yeah. Have you had a joke you had to apologize or you just erased?
I'm sorry, I'm confused. What's the question?
With cancel culture, I'm saying, have you had a joke you won't do anymore?
No. I don't give a shit. Cancel culture is not real, bro.
I know, it's a bunch of crybabies.
It's a bunch of whiny people online. And, and listen, if the managers and agents want to listen to them, then go ahead. We're past the point of where it even fucking matters anymore. I mean, unless you're doing something really hateful, but it's just, I think it's all blown out of proportion,
It is. I did my first live gig because I'm still in LA. I'm not on the road like you. I did my first live show a couple of weeks ago. And I was thinking, I'm like, probably 90% of my material could be canceled. So I'm going to go ahead and put that out there. You can't cancel feathered hair and a double wide and a Trans Am. So I would just say the joke. Canceled.
It's just sad that, like, you know, Carlin and Patrice and, you know, these guys aren't around just so we can gun up more on it. Cause, you know, Chappelle's not backing down. Burr's not backing down. Rogan's not backing down. Yeah. You know, I don't know any comic that's really backing down. That's a real stand up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're all good people. But I would love, I mean, you know, for me, I would love to see Patrice's take today, boy.
And just bitch smack everybody.
Oh, come on, man. And Geraldo as well. Come on, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. So good.
I mean, you know, all the good, you know, we just keep going. I think Bill Burr had the best quote on it. He said, when we were in our 20s, we would watch young comics on stage in their 20s say things that would make 50-year-olds go, I can't believe he said that. And now you have people that are in their mid to late 40s and early 50s saying stuff on stage that the 20-somethings are saying, I can't believe he said that.
Yeah.
And you know, we just got to keep the torch going, dude.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Just keep passing it on, because stand-up is not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And the industry, until they realize they need comedians don't need the industry.
Yep.
Right? They act like what we do, anybody can do.
Yeah.
You know? That's why I love sports. Sports is the ultimate meritocracy.
Yeah.
You know, the best of the best will prevail.
Yeah.
But if the industry doesn't wake up and start using comics, people are just going to the internet now. Nobody's watching really TV, except for Cobra Kai, which was the #1 show in the world.
And I'm a season behind, but I'll catch up.
Yeah, I know. You're asking if Mr. Miyagi's in it. You haven't even watched it.
I'm 15 years behind, actually. I can tell you anything about any Dukes of Hazzard, though, if you want to ask me.
What were the name of the two cousins again?
Actually, I don't know that. I was just kidding. I stopped watching it when they got replaced.
Yeah, that was the two cousins. I forget.
Oh, and Luke got replaced. I'm like, it's not Dukes of Hazzard.
What was their names? It was like generic. It was like Chad and Frank or something.
Yeah, I don't know. They was creepy. They were creepy.
All right.
They weren't Bo and
That's
Luke.
a big help.
Thank you.
By the way, don't ever say, hey, ask me anything about the Dallas Cowboys. I'll answer the question. Who is the quarterback in this? I have no idea.
Hold on 1 second, bro.
You looking it up?
I got a card for you. A little.
Oh, wow. All right, without telling me, I'll tell you who's on it.
Who's on that?
All right, you got to let me see this. Tony Dorsett. That's Charlie Waters. It's hard to see. Give me the number. What's that number? I can't. What's the number? Just tell me the number.
23. I need glasses. 23. Harvey.
No, that's Harvey Martin.
Yep. And
that's
Cliff.
70. That should be 79. That's not 23.
Oh, you sure?
Who's the other one then? Is that Drew Pearson up top?
Tony Dorsett, Drew Pearson, and Cliff Harris.
Yeah. That's Cliff Harris, and that's that's Cliff Harris, and that's Harvey Martin.
Yep, that's my son's card. All right, legit. All right,
did
buddy.
They sign it?
He loves the Cowboys.
Oh, I love this kid.
I love this
well, listen, man, I got to go get something to eat.
All right, brother. All right, man. Thank you for
the interview, by the way, Steve. This was a sick interview.
That was crazy, bro. It was some groundbreaking shit. We talked about roller skating. Sick. That was a sick interview.
I don't even think you feel like you're paying attention. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
You're doing all kinds of shit.
Down everywhere. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for pictures and
what the fuck are you doing?
Football cards. Dude, I got some shit. You know who just texted me? Jack Hassadorian from the Hall said, "Can I call you?" That's who just texted.
Well, that's great, man. Well, you should bring that up on the next person you're trying.
I will. On the next person, I'll take the call.
Maybe you know what? Maybe you could tell Jack if you have him on that I'm
gonna take the call, and he's gonna be on and not know he's on. All right, brother. Good seeing you, man.
All right, buddy.
Bret Ernst.
Love you, brother.
Love you, buddy.
Love you, man.
Thank you, man.
Later.
All right, y'all. Mr. Bret Ernst. You know, we never know. I've known Bret for so many years. I have notes and shit. I don't know why I bother, because we started talking about roller skating. He gets his phone out. Next thing you know, we're talking about roller skating for 25 minutes. But I'm glad this girl is back in action right here, because I was worried about her. I was about to send a search team looking for this girl right here. but she's back looking healthier than ever. She's pretty much the supermodel of the hot rod world. I'm going to go ahead and give her that title. She's a podcaster, TV host, fitness model, entrepreneur. She's done over 50 national commercials. And right off the bat, I've got to ask her about one Super Bowl commercial. Please give it up for the lovely and talented entrepreneur, Heather Storm.
Hello.
I'm back. Heather Storm.
I'm back.
Where are you?
I'm back in Colorado, and it's spring. It's like today is the first day it really actually feels like spring. You know, like it's warm. You don't have to wear a sweatshirt outside. Got the tank top on. It's exciting.
Showing the guns. I was worried about you. You didn't get any parasites down in the jungle in South America, and you were off the grid for a while.
Not this time. I didn't get it because last time that jellyfish sting was pretty bad on my forearm when I was surfing. But no, you know, minus a few ticks here and there, I was okay.
You're hardcore. You're like, I'm going down this road, but a tree fell. We can't get the road. And 4 hours later, we got beyond the tree. I'm like, I was about to send the AT down looking for you. I was about to put like a recon mission down, and we were going to come down and rescue you.
You don't need to rescue. You got to be a survivor down in Costa Rica. That's how it works. It kind of just weeds you out naturally. Either you can realize how to problem solve really quickly and get make sure you survive, or you're out of there.
You did fine. I mean, you were like rocking in the bikini on a motorcycle. I'm like, dang. And I was sending you messages. I didn't hear from you for 2 weeks. And I'm like, is she okay? Let me get the Trans Am and go south of the border. And then I got to get down there.
No, I was fine. Just no cell service in a lot of places. I mean, you know, that's the beauty. And most places in the world these days, wherever you go, you can have cell service. But I mean, unless you know, get the chip and everything, or you want to pay it and a lot of money, you know, you just don't have Wi-Fi and you're not hooked up. You don't have cell service. So it's great. It's kind of a beautiful thing.
Yeah. You sent me like a WhatsApp and you're like, my phone's not working, but here's how you can get to me. And then it goes to a walkie-talkie, and from there they send smoke signals, and I eventually get it.
Right. Then the fishermen come out and they search for me.
I have a note for you.
Yeah. Well, anything can happen, but for the most part, people ask me this a lot, like, is Costa Rica safe? And compared to a lot of countries, yeah, I mean, I've lived in LA for 15 years. So, I mean, a lot of things can happen there. It's not very safe. But yeah, Costa Rica is fairly safe. Like, the local people are very friendly and it's very welcoming. You know, there's not a angst between cultures really there, whereas some other there are. Yeah.
They don't mad dog you because you're blonde or anything, or
Oh, and I've been places where not necessarily mad dogging, but more cat calling. But in Costa Rica, it's very chill. People are just doing their own thing. They're not worried about you.
That's funny because I was doing comedy in Hawaii years ago, and I went to the North Shore, and I always heard like people are going to mad dog, you know, like to go to the North Shore. Yeah, I'm just curious. Like a hillbilly. I'm like, hey, what's up, guys? And we're like, hey, you know, like they didn't like me being there.
No, it's true. I mean, some places are more territorial than others, and Hawaii is, you know, known for that. In Costa Rica, you know, the difference also is the type of surfing that's there. A lot of surfing in Hawaii is point break, which means it's just one wave that's going to break at this rock. Everybody literally is in the lineup, and one guy goes, and then the next guy goes, and it's a line. And in that place, people are very territorial. It's my turn, making sure that it cuts in. And Santa Teresa, in the area that I'm at, it's a big long beach full of waves. You don't need to get upset. Nobody's in your way. Just go down the beach. You won't find anyone else. So there really doesn't need to be that like territorial behavior with the surfing. So it's nice.
Did you surf daily? Like, is that your thing?
As much as I possibly could. I mean, if it's too big, I can't get out there because I'll die. But yeah, I mean, to see my progression over the 4 months that I was there, just going as much as I possibly could, like every day if I could, which it wasn't every day. I would say, 4 or 5 days a week, which is pretty close, depending on what's happening. I mean, if a huge swell comes in, and those big waves come out, there aren't that many people out there. But the area I was in is known for having kind of good intermediate surfer waves. So you can, and some good beginner waves, but not all the time.
Yeah. You're adventurous. I saw you posting your videos on motorcycles, and she's a drinking girl. I didn't do a drinking word tonight. I think it was going to be a old school or something.
I got thirsty. I couldn't wait for you.
Look, what are you drinking there?
This is one of my favorite like spring summer beers. It's by a local Colorado company called Odell. They're out of Fort Collins, and it's called Sippin' Pretty. it has fruit nuances in it, guava, acai, and what's the other one?
Whoa.
But it's a sour. So for people who are like, oh my God, that's a sweet beer. No, it's not a sweet beer at all. I don't like sweet beer. I don't want something that's like overly fake fruited and sweet. And this is really, really tasty. I mean, probably I have another one here lined up in case we do the drinking game, but
What's the drinking word tonight? Heather, I didn't do it with Bret, so you're going to get to pick the drinking word. She drinks the think of the drinking word.
I gotta think about what came to me. I just don't know. Yeah, how do you come up with something you're gonna say a lot?
Well, we were talking about old school because I was talking about roller skating because I had Bret Ernst on, who's a buddy of mine from Cobra Kai, and we've known each other from comedy for over 20 years. And he used to do a famous bit about a dude named Tony when he would go roller skating, and Tony, like Planet Rock, would come on, rock it, don't stop it. And Tony was like a stud out on the roller skating rink. And depends on where you grew up. And I knew you grew up like you were in the city, then you became a country girl. But growing up, I roller skated a lot.
I definitely roller skated a lot in Philadelphia. Going to the roller skate rink, like that was a thing. That was a thing. I definitely
remember a particular song from back then.
God, that was so long ago. God, all those bad songs are on the radio now.
Who was hot then? Like Madonna? No, was that the 90s?
Madonna, because she was for decades, but
yeah.
You go with a song though, because I think of like.
No, we did a top 10 list. I did a top 10 list, and because I wanted like what song reminds you of roller skating. I have like 3 songs that reminded me. But anyway, the drinking word could be old school. It could be cars, because I know you like. I'm trying to think of what you like. Surfing. I just want to say something. We're going to say a lot.
Say it. I think we need to go with either cars or.
I like cars.
Road trip or like something kind of related to Or if you say that, if you use something like funny, like we always say, like, oh, that was awesome, and you always say awesome all the time, and then
awesome. So you like road trips a lot. So let's use road trips.
Okay.
I also like road trips. My first big road trip, like I don't mind being alone. So I moved from Panama City Beach, Florida, which I was like, I thought I had it going on there as like the MC and the DJ at the hottest club in Florida. And I just gave it up and jumped in the car and drove to California. That was my first big road trip. And I just said road trip, Heather Storm.
Got to remind me because I'm just so used to that word.
Start sipping pretty there, Heather Storm.
Yeah, well, that was your first one, or did you go on road trips with your family?
Oh, damn, you just said road trip. He knew she was going to get me, so she was still holding it. She was like this. Is that your first one? Did you road trip with your family? Well, we were poor growing up. Didn't have a car, so we didn't do a lot of road trips. You know where I did do a road trip? So listen to this story. So I had an Uncle Ricky that I talk about a lot of my comedy acting in my book. And his motto in life is blaze on, if you know what I'm talking about. So
okay. He's a fun uncle. He's a fun uncle.
Yes, the only place we ever went on vacation was Beach Bend Amusement Park in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Yes. So
now, is there an amusement park there? Is that what's there? I've never been there. So
there used to be. Now there was always a drag strip there. But there was a little.
Yeah, at the drag strip.
And I know you're going there soon, but Uncle Ricky would take me down a day before to set up camp. We had like 2 big tents, and my grandfather, that would be his vacation. And we would set up a tent for like a week. And Uncle Ricky would go down first with one of his stoner buddies and take me. I was like 10 years old in the back seat, getting a contact high. And he's got like a case of Budweiser. And they would get down there the next day, and the tent would be like crooked and extra poles left everywhere.
Go with Uncle Ricky again, because that's fun.
That's a fun road trip right there. You're going to Bowling Green, right?
I am. So I have a couple event appearances this summer, which I'm excited about because we were shut down from doing any event appearances, obviously, last year. So I wasn't able to go across the country and meet anybody. I just did my own little road trips by myself.
What did you say?
But this year I have Bowling Green, Kentucky, Beach Bend Raceway. That's July 24th. So that should be, it'll be hot there, right? Then at that point, we're gonna be sweating.
very humid.
Yeah. Yeah. What should I do there? You know all about it.
The Corvette Museum is in Bowling Green.
Oh yeah, people have told me about that.
So go to the Corvette Museum. Yeah. Also, Bowling Green is built on a cave system. Underneath the city is all caves. So
have you gone quite underneath the city ever?
Yeah, you can. I've done it before. I did a book signing. My very first book signing was at Western Kentucky University, and I was signed up, enrolled to go to Western Kentucky University, and I never showed up for class. So 2 weeks after high school, I bailed. I'm like, I got to get out of Kentucky. I'm gonna get in big trouble here. So I bailed. My very first book signing happened to be at Western Kentucky University in Bowling Green. So they took me on a under the city cave tour, and it's cool. That's where, like, over the Corvette Museum, there's a big atrium, and it collapsed a few years ago, and all the Corvettes went down. So if you do the tour of the museum, you'll see all that.
Why did they pull them out?
They pulled them out. Some were like demolished. One guy had bought his 63 in like Stingray, and like he had like, I don't know, 1,200 miles on it, like never drove it. And he was getting really old, so he donated it to the museum. And like a week later, it went down. So they,
oh my God.
They pulled that one. They pulled like the millionth Corvette ever made. That was down there. And some they left the same. And now you go through like a simulator and you see the security cameras, and it shows you what it looked like at night, and the ground starts shaking, and it shows the ground. Oh. Okay. So it's cool.
That sounds pretty cool.
But the cave system underground used to be big business, like in the 1800s, because they would charge admission to go in a cave. And there'd be this historic signs like Jesse James hid out here. And it'd be like, right. And right under, in Bowling Green, right under the Corvette Museum is one that says like 8,000 Confederate soldiers hid out in this cave right here. So it's pretty cool.
That is cool. Yeah, no, that's a lot of history there. Sounds like
a lot of history. So talking about road trips, did you miss your Mustang, your beloved?
You're always a little delayed. You're just like a second behind on that
like,
word.
Did she catch that? Oh, she did. Damn it.
Oh yeah, don't you worry. I had my Mustang in storage. I decided to store up, get a storage unit, lock it up while I was gone. And here's the thing: people always ask, like, "Oh, can you bring your Mustang down to Costa Rica?" No. It is like rugged road. My salt water would destroy it. If I thought my Mustang got destroyed in Port Aransas with the corrosion and the salt water being right there is way. Costa Rica, I mean, it eats through your clothes. It's just like humidity, this is everything. So absolutely not, would never bring it down there unless I was just willing to let it like never come back. So I stored it, and I was really hopeful it would be fine. When I came back, there were 2 small leaks. So I have to address those before I can do any more road trips this summer, which I'm very excited.
Road trips again. There we go. Remember the last time we had you on, we were talking about matching numbers. And I'm like, I like the resto mods. My Trans Am was yellow. I painted it blue. I put custom wheels, did all this stuff. And then 2 weekends ago, Heather, I came across this Trans Am in Mississippi, matching numbers. I'm like, Heather Storm would be proud. So I tried to buy it. I'm like,
you bought it?
Yeah, I need one with matching numbers, and I need one resto mod.
There you go.
Because I can never have too many Trans Ams, I thought. And it was Memorial weekend.
So is it at your house now?
I'm sorry?
Is it at your house now?
No, so it was Memorial weekend. I was torturing the guy. He's like, the shop's closed until like Tuesday. I'm like, I don't give a damn, your shop's closed. I need this Trans Am. So it was like a frame off restoration, matching numbers, everything. And finally, Saturday, after like the 42nd question, I'm like, look, buddy, I'm going to let you enjoy your family. But Tuesday morning, I'm going to be torturing you again, because I was looking into car transporters, where to store it, all this stuff. And Tuesday morning, I logged in on Facebook and I followed this Trans Am page. And it showed it loading on a trailer and saying, going to its new home in Ohio. I'm like, so I went and bought a Ford Explorer anyway for my wife. So
you went what?
I went and bought a Ford Explorer instead.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
That's a whole nother direction. You said for your wife, though.
keep her happy, and then I'll get another.
That's true. Well, that wasn't meant to be though. That's what I mean, especially, and the guy didn't even tell you. You had to see it somewhere else. That's like,
well, I'm sure he was being hammered by a lot of people, and so I gave the guy a break and said, I'm not going to bother you, and enjoy your weekend with your family. He's like, okay. I'm also going to enjoy this PayPal that someone just sent me.
Yeah, I'm also going to sell the car, even though you're going to give me a chance, and I'm going to sell it anyway. Probably.
No. Well.
Also, wouldn't you want to just? If it was me and I was selling it, I'd be like, hey, I know you're interested. I got this guy for so-and-so amount. If you want to offer more, could sell it to you. Where's a little negotiation here? I would have given you a chance. I'm just.
How much do you love your Mustang? Like, I'm sure people have offered you, hey, you want to sell it?
Oh, all the time. Whenever I stop at the gas station, people ask me if it's for sale, and I say anything's for sale. How much you got?
Yeah.
But they've never offered enough. I'm just saying.
I was just telling my son a story yesterday. I was friends with Chad Smith of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. He was saying they were on tour in Seattle, like many years ago. They passed like a 65 fastback Mustang with an old guy driving. And he's like yelling out the window, hey man, I love your car. Can you pull over? Can you pull over? And the guy's like, okay. And he had like the original plates on it, like the old school black plates from the 60s. And he said, do you want to sell it? And the guy's like, no, I bought it new. That's my baby. And he's like, are you sure? Well, just give me a crazy number. And the guy's like, well, I don't want to sell it, but if I did, it would take blah, blah. And Chad's like, bam, sold. Done deal. And the guy's like, what? I don't really. And he's like, so he sold it, him the Mustang. And he said, please do me one favor. Will you send me the tags just so I can put them in my garage? And Chad goes, yeah. So I go, well, did you? He goes, no, I forgot. I never got around to it. I'm like, oh, come on, man.
And that's a guy that, that's a stand-up guy though, because he stood by his word when he was like, well, if I did, I'd sell it for this amount. And the guy's like, all right. And he's like, darn it, I should have said more.
Yeah. I watch these car shows and they pull people over. I don't like the flipping shows where they just want to take somebody's beloved, baby and then they just want to flip it. You know what I mean?
Oh, no. It just doesn't feel as good, does it?
Yeah. I feel like if somebody feels good, does that mean like road trip when you say feels good?
Yeah. That's a synonym.
You know what does feel good?
A road trip. A good fashioned road trip. There you go.
Yeah, I feel like someone would need to adopt like your car. If you sold it, it'd have to be like a deserving person.
Well, that would be hard too. I've given that thought before. Like, would I ever sell my car? Because people ask me, and then like, who would you sell it to, and how would that work? I'm like, gosh, I don't even know. Like right now, I enjoy having something that I've put the work into, and that I know kind of almost everything that's been done to it.
Yeah.
At least, wasn't a lot done before I got it. It seemed like it, and yeah, I would have to be fully done. I don't know when that is. Maybe if I just moved to Costa Rica permanently and peace out, then my Mustang might go to some deserving couple. But I don't know. I don't know how I would choose that. I guess it depends on why I was selling it, or maybe if I just wanted to get the new, do it for fun. But I have quite the affinity for that car. So, I mean, right now I have to focus on, I have an exhaust leak, and I found two. I don't know if just the hose on the transmission or something, because I rebuilt that last summer.
I remember
when
that.
I came, I 2 leaks, one very small, and both of them were very small, and it sat for 4 months. So this is not a lot of time, but also it's cold in Colorado. So I don't know how much, if it kind of just froze up and it stopped the leaking. But I have one that's just transmission fluid. And then the other one is a little bit of oil, but then it also seems like it has coolant in it, which is very, very bad. Not good on that. Yeah.
So don't go on any road trips yet.
No, I'm not ready. So unfortunately for people and myself, I can't go on any yet. I have to address these issues. And it's always something. I mean, that's the beauty of having a car. It's like, let me fix all the issues so I can get ready for a trip again. And then once I go on the trip, it'll have more issues. And then I need to fix those. But it's all the fun in the game of it, is seeing like, did I do enough to the car to make it work now and to get me where I need to go? And for the most part, so far, I've been pretty successful.
You need to do like Jay Leno and have like a driver, your mechanic behind you. And then if the car breaks down, you just switch cars, leave them on the side of the road.
As authentic, the nervousness that I have when I'm driving to 380 miles from Santa Fe to Buena Vista, Colorado by myself after I just fixed the lower radiator hose. in the parking lot of the hotel that morning is real. There's no one behind me that's about to save me if it goes down again, you know? And sometimes I've been gripping the steering wheel, like there's been like right when I started out after that, I'm like, oh gosh, please don't break down in the middle of the desert with nobody around. Please, you know. And then, you know, a couple hours in, I'm happy and I'm singing to music and whatnot. And I forgot about it for a little while.
It has to earn your trust. Troy Ladd told me that once. I go, Troy, I've spent so much money in my Trans Am, but each time, like, I go a little farther out, like I go a little beyond. He goes, no matter how much money you put into your car, your classic car, it has to earn your trust.
That's very true. It is true. And that's why it's like, you take it a little bit, like you said, and then you go a little bit further. Like I did the PCH, and then I went to Texas, and then I was like, yeah, screw it. You know, I'm just going to go the way. If things are going to happen, they're going to happen. But it does earn your trust over time, and little things that you do, and you just get to know each other really well.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you're kind of, it's earning your trust, but you're also it's learning to trust you to keep it well. I think in some ways, you know, like to keep it
like you hear that sound, you hear that little ping right there.
It's giving you a warning. I can trust you to fix it before it just dies. I need attention.
As I told you, we talked about last time. I think I'm like, does your temperature gauge work?
Because not yet. That's on the list. On the list.
No more road trips until you fix the temperature gauge.
It's one of the things. It's just, there's a lot of things, as you know, there's always a list. It's ongoing, and it's just kind of like in life, there's always a list of things to do, and you're just shifting priorities. It's constant just shifting of priorities. I thought this was a priority, move down now.
Yeah. You just got bumped to number 8.
Yeah. So my friends suddenly are like, "What? Well, I thought we were hanging out. Sorry." Move down the priority.
Needs attention right now.
My car needs attention. I got to work on that.
It's my first priority. Well, we said road trip a couple of times.
Oh shit! Sorry. Is that a word too?
We always have fun, Heather Storm. So Heather Storm, so I put your picture on Instagram yesterday, and someone, a friend of my wife, said, oh, she played my daughter's mom on a Super Bowl commercial.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
Did you play a mom on a Super Bowl commercial?
Beauty of acting, Stevie. Booked this commercial, went on like 2 or 3 auditions for it. You know, because for people who don't know, you go on one, then they narrow you down, then they narrow you again. And the director comes, we get chosen. We're a whole little cute family. Daughter was adorable. And the director comes, he's like, oh guys, I got this great news. This is going to air during Super Bowl. And we're like, oh, this is fantastic. This is like big. Still a non-union job for some reason. Not
non-union, not a Super Bowl?
Not a SAG job.
Wow.
And we're like, okay, well, we're getting paid the same, which people who don't know, non-union is just one buyout flat rate. You don't get paid every time it airs or anything.
They can cut it up into different versions or whatever they want to do after that.
With it, and that's it. And but I was excited. I was like, oh, this is great, my first Super Bowl commercial. And so we shoot for 2 days with it. It comes to air the Super Bowl commercial. I was like, oh, friends are gonna text me when they see me in this, right? This is gonna be cool. Like I'm gonna be like, millions of people are gonna see this commercial. I get nothing, crickets. I go back to look for it. Totally didn't use me in the commercial. I'm totally cut out of it.
What?
And that happens all the time. Yeah. So I was like in this beginning kitchen scene with the whole thing, and you know how they do it. They reformat commercials. They cut out entire scenes and whatnot. Didn't end up making it to air, but yeah, I definitely shot that.
We shot a commercial here at my house, Heather. Infomercial that ran 1 million times. They cut me out of it. My own family.
They're like, who's that guy with the hair? No,
we don't need the hillbilly over there. Yeah, we're good. Single mom.
They're like, who's that guy in the corner? He's kind of creepy looking. No, get him out of there.
Doing the hair flips over in the corner there. We don't. Yeah, it's kind of distracting.
You're flipping your abs in the corner, flipping your hair around.
Oh, just stretching a little bit.
Yeah, lean back on the couch, just kind of.
Doing some crunches. It's so funny. Speaking of commercials, I took my son to football practice one Saturday morning at this one park, and there's never any parking. So I found parking, I zipped in, then I see all these production trucks, and I see all these vans that look alike for like this plumbing company. And I'm like, oh, they're shooting a commercial. Then they start walking around the field going, whose Trans Am is that with the T-tops? I'm like, right here. You're welcome. they're like, can you move your car? And I'm like, no, I don't see any other parking, and absolutely not. And then they get on the walkie-talkie. If we paid you, would you move your car? And I'm like,
that was coming.
I'm looking around. Then a PA comes over, and she goes, we've done a couple of takes with these vans that go by your car, and all we can see is your car. It's too fucking distracting. And we have like 65 per diem. We have 65 cash. I go, okay, I'll move my car for $65.
I was wondering how much they offered.
Yeah, I should have held out.
Yeah. You could have been like, oh, 65. I think I would have went for 100 at least.
You know how much gas a Trans Am takes?
Yeah, you're like, you want me to move this thing? No. That's going to cost $60 just to start it up. Like,
I can't move it out of sight. I need to keep my eyes on what's going on with the car.
They would have went up. I wonder how high they would have gone. That happened to me recently. Commercial. It's usually the leaf blowers, not your car. So that's a good story. It's usually endless leaf blowers. I've just wanted to have that house. Like, hey, can you stop doing whatever you're doing? Yeah. How much are you going to pay me to stop living my life right now?
I could, yeah, because I'm kind of getting paid to do this. So, Heather Storm.
Yard guys, they're getting paid to do their job, so that's why you have to pay them.
Yeah, exactly. So, Heather Storm, in your career, I know you've done over 50 commercials, hosted TV shows, podcasts with friends of ours, Man Seeks Adventure, so many things. Do you have a hell yeah moment? What moment are you most proud of?
You mean like, I think I'm most proud of driving my car across the country, because I just think that that's been the most like inspiring of all the things. All the projects are great, and don't get me wrong, I love working hard and being challenged by work, but being challenged by nature and the great unknown is just so much more inspiring in that way, and just different. So I would say, the moments that I spoke of when I said like I had to fix my car and by myself and then drive 380 miles, and most people are like, oh, that's not a big deal, or I don't know. But for me, like those moments where I had to like dig deep and go, okay, like we're going to make this, or driving the car and taking those risks, I think are the big moments, the big risks.
Those big road trips.
Yeah. I mean, those are some of them. I mean, the big, the shows and stuff are so fun, and just interacting with other people. I think that, those are challenging because you're not sure what you're going to be doing and whatever, but you just kind of go with the flow with those things as well. I think when you're kind of put in for me, when I'm put in situations where it's just more unknown, where I'm kind of relying on myself and not other people, or being in Costa Rica when the pandemic kind of started, and saying, you know what, okay, I'm going to stay here and not go back, because it seems a lot safer here, and making kind of some of those big decisions are takeaway moments for me in life, that like you can trust yourself. And those are where I feel like you build the character.
Yeah. And yeah, you're brave. You go out and hit the road. You're not afraid to live life. And so I admire you, my friend.
I only live once, and I would like to soak in as many experiences as I possibly can. And I mean, that's really what I think, for me, that's what life is about, is just, you can be scared of it, but that's fine. Just do it anyway. Yeah. Fear is okay. A little fear is good for you.
Exactly. I just watched Braveheart with my son the other night. He was 12 years old. I just finished. I turned in my book. My second book's about to be published. And they said, okay, we're done. I'm like, you know what? As cheesy as this sounds, I just watched Braveheart, and there was a quote from Braveheart. It said, everybody lives, but not everybody dies. I'm like, can I put that at the end of my book?
I like that.
Because it's true. Like, so everybody lives. No. Did I say right? Everybody dies, not everybody lives.
Oh, I thought you were saying it the other way.
No. I messed up. Hold on. We're going to fix that in editing. Everybody dies, okay. Not everybody lives.
Well, that's absolutely true.
There we go.
If you're just going through the motions in life, in my opinion, you're not truly living. If you're not challenging yourself, and going through the motions means you're not challenging yourself. It's so easy. You don't even have to think about it. I think you should have to think about it. I think you should have to challenge yourself. For me, that's what my life is about. That's what I like. So everybody's different, but for me, I think that challenging yourself is where it's at, and that's how you truly live. Where you get that aliveness. You know, if you're not a little scared, how are you feeling alive in there?
You can't be too comfortable. But my friend, I admire you so much. And where can they find you? Heather Storm, welcome back, by the way.
Thank you. Heather Storm LA on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can find my blog on the road at heatherstorm.com and also my YouTube. So check me out and follow me, and I'll follow you back. Say hi, write me a message, do all that fun stuff. It's about the experience.
Please get the temperature gauge fixed before the next road trip.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers, Heather Storm. You rock. Thank you. Welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. That was a solid show. We got a little derailed with Bret, but when you're friends with somebody for so long, you don't know where it's going to go. But anyway, every Wednesday night, now we're on Spotify. Where are we at, Sketch? All over the place?
We are on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, Deezer, Stitcher, and wherever you find your favorite podcasts.
What she said.
As well as on Facebook at the page, Come On, Get Happy Hour. No, that's the name of the show. The page is called Stevie D and its so-called friends.
That's right. Judy Sketch Lewinson, the brains behind the operation. Thank you again. Be sure and check out Cobra Kai, my man, Bret Ernst. I thought we were going to drop some, some secret reveals tonight, some sneak peeks. Apparently I'm a season behind. I didn't know.
That was the secret.
The guy that went off the balcony, guess what? He lives in season 3. Also Heather Storm, I'm glad she's safe. She's back.
Yeah.
So check Heather Storm out. And good times. Once again, we're here every Wednesday night. If you have an idea for a top 10 list, please let us know. Any guests you wanted to see, also let us know. Right, Sketch?
Yeah, drop it in the comments wherever you find us. And always like and share with your friends, family. Share with the person you don't like. Whatever. We just want people to come through. Come on, get happy.
They need to be cheered up. People you don't like need to be cheered up.
That's right. What do we? One nation under a very happy groove.
That's right, Sketch. Take us out with something funky.
And there it is. Laters.
See you next week, y'all.
Cool.
You're in the mix with JudiLew. You're in the mix with JudiLew.
Hey, DJ,